We're in Saint-Simon-les-Mines, which is the site of our gold project, the Beauce Gold project. It's the site of the first gold rush in Canada back in the 1860s. It's the site of the first gold mine in Canada. It's where some of the largest gold nuggets ever found in Canada came from this area. And more importantly, it's the site of our current gold project, where we're looking for the source of where this historical placer gold came from. The town is quite proud of their gold heritage. The town of Saint-Simon-les-Mines made this interpretation center right here in the middle of the town. And there's as far as the history goes, there's lots of points of interest here. You know, the history of gold, actually Canada's first gold rush started with the story of a young girl, Clotilde Gilbert, who basically while walking her horse and crossed the brook, the Gilbert, nowadays called the Gilbert River Brook, and Gilbert River, found a 2 1/4 ounce nugget, and news of that spread very fast, as often gold discoveries do, and it led to basically a gold rush in the area. But there's a misconception here, is that basically some gold was found in the rivers, but really what really was happening is that the gold here, it's a placer channel. What it is that it's a pre-glacial channel with the gold, which is gold nuggets, the gold grains, are found what's called an reverse till, and it's basically just it's a glacial till of 2 meters thick, sitting on bedrock, covered with a very thick overburden. So what the old timers did basically is that they dug shafts down to bedrock, and then they would scrape that 2 meters of gold-bearing till, bring it up to surface, and then use the river system here to wash the gold, to liberate the gold from the glacial till. This is an interesting map. This map basically pinpoints some of these shafts and the direction of the placer channel. And you have to note that at the bottom of each shaft is a network of branching out of tunnels. And then what became is all the tunnels became interconnected to form one large network underground. It might be, it's a bit stunning to believe, but underneath us could be up to 6 kilometers of tunnels, all dug by hand. Basically, it says at one point, it's in the old records, it says that there was 2,000 miners working here back in the 1870s. And there was even a police station of 12 policemen to keep everything in order. You know, towards the end of about 1900, mining operations here entered a new phase. You know, they were starting using more modern techniques. For example, they were using steam-powered drills to drill into to do overburden drilling, to delineate the placer channel, and they were also using electricity to basically to bring up the gold to surface. Here, we'll go this way. Apparently, one of the first hydroelectric dams built in Southern Quebec went to power up the mining operation that was happening here. So, you can see here, picture of, by 1910, they were using bucket elevators to bring the gold up from the underground tunnels, and then it would have spilled over into, again, a drainage system for to wash, basically sluice this, to liberate the gold from the till and the clay. Most of the gold operations stopped up until the late 1950s. Nothing happened. In the 1950s, there was a new group of entrepreneurs that came in, a new mining operation, and they had a different approach. Instead of digging shafts and tunnels to get to the gold, their approach, let's go massive earthworks and let's strip the glacial till overburden in the valley and get the gold by dredging. And that's what they did. So with the use of multiple tools, which included drag lines, and this very famous dredge here called the Yuba Dredge, which was brought over from the west. I think this one came from Idaho. So really what this dredge is, it's a giant factory that does two things. It does the dredging, the digging, and also inside our series of trommels and separators and using water and gravity to separate the gold. A nice piece of artifact here. We can see we have an example of 2 buckets from the, that came from the dredge. And oh, it's nice. Nothing left. There's nothing left of the dredge. It was all taken apart for scrap metal. But at least somebody had the foresight to say some of this. Thank you for watching this video. Beauce Gold Fields trades on the TSX-Venture exchange under the stock symbol BGF. For more in-depth information, you will find the link below to our website, and within the site, subscribe to our newsletter.